How far is too far when it comes to trash talk in basketball?
And we have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can.
This question is at the heart of a growing feud that's been dominating the women's game, particularly between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. But in this case, things have taken a sharp turn.
To try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world, but it is what it is, and I'm glad that Caitlin has a great head on her shoulders.
Especially after LeBron James, the king himself, stepped into the fray to set the record straight. We're breaking down exactly why LeBron had enough of Angel Reese.
But her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark. Because she wins the national title, first thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark.
And why this clash between two of the biggest stars in women's basketball has become more than just a rivalry. It's turned into a spotlight on what's wrong with how the game is being played.
I saw for the first time that they had a chartered plane for the first time in their league history. You know, they flew private. That should be celebrated in its own right. For anyone that's, you know, in sports that's flown commercial or flown, you know, charter, that should be celebrated. And it's because of Caitlin Clark. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up.
Angel Reese just got absolutely destroyed by LeBron James. And honestly, it was way overdue. While Reese has the stamina of a marathon runner and the wit of a chess grandmaster when it comes to trash talking, her actual basketball skills seem to have taken a back seat. She's become more famous for mocking Caitlin Clark than for her on-court performance. After LSU won the national championship, instead of celebrating with her team, Reese focused on mocking Clark, making it personal and dragging it out far beyond a simple post-game rivalry.
Let me say this to Angel Reese. Will you stop? Could you stop, please?
But when Angel threw shade at Caitlin Clark one more time, LeBron had enough. The legend of the NBA stepped in and crushed her, not with a light jab, but with a truth bomb that reverberated across both the NBA and WNBA worlds. He didn't sugarcoat it either. LeBron called out Reese's borderline obsession with Clark, asking why she was more focused on bringing Caitlin down than improving her own game. His message was clear. If you want respect in basketball, you've got to earn it by playing, not by constantly running your mouth. LeBron wasn't just criticizing Reese for her antics. He took it even further, questioning her sportsmanship and professionalism. Caitlin Clark has always respected her opponents, even when they're coming for her like it's their full-time job. In contrast, Angel Reese turns every exchange into a WWE showdown, constantly throwing shade and escalating the rivalry into a spectacle. LeBron's point? There's a huge difference between the way Clark and Reese handle themselves on and off the court. Millions of people remember Reese's infamous hand wave in Caitlin Clark's face during the national championship game. Sure, trash talk is part of the game. Basketball thrives on competition. But when it crosses into tasteless territory, like Reese's antics, it becomes a problem. Even LeBron, who knows all too well the pressures of being in the spotlight, had to step in and say, enough is enough. Then came the head slam incident. Yes, Angel Reese didn't just stop at trash talk. She took it to another level by physically slamming Caitlin Clark's head during a game. LeBron didn't let this one slide either. He made it clear that this was no longer just heated competition. It was dirty play. And that's a big no-go for someone like LeBron, who's built his career on skill and integrity. Let's be real. If LeBron James is calling out your sportsmanship, things have gone too far. LeBron framed the whole situation as proof that Angel isn't even interested in playing basketball anymore. She's just trying to get under Caitlin's skin. It's like her game plan has shifted from basketball to drama, and LeBron wasn't having it. And then LeBron dropped the ultimate truth. Without Caitlin, you're just another player. That's what he hit Reese with, and the mic practically dropped itself. LeBron pointed out that Reese's fame is largely built on her rivalry with Clark, not on her own merits. It's harsh, but undeniably accurate. If Reese wasn't constantly at Caitlin's throat, would we even be talking about her this much? LeBron's message was clear. Step up your game or step aside, because this back-and-forth drama isn't what basketball needs right now. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, has been dominating the conversation for all the right reasons. She's breaking records, drawing massive crowds, and pulling women's basketball into the mainstream. Her 2024 season wasn't just good, it was record-breaking. She became the first player ever to drop over 40 points and a triple-double during the NCAA tournament, and has been averaging 27.8 points per game. She's bringing in more fans than ever, with Iowa's games drawing over 12,000 attendees on average. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's 15-point, 10-rebound performance in the national championship pales in comparison. LeBron didn't hold back when he pointed out the uncomfortable truth. Caitlin Clark's success isn't about race, as Reese has hinted at. It's about talent, hard work, skill. LeBron was quick to shut down any notion that Clark's rise to stardom was due to favoritism. He made it clear that Caitlin's dominance on the court speaks for itself, and using race as a distraction from her own shortcomings is not the way forward for Reese. And that brings us to the bigger picture. This whole feud isn't just about two players beefing on social media or on the court. It's about how Angel's behavior is impacting the WNBA at a critical time. Women's basketball is finally getting the attention it deserves, and players like Caitlin Clark are the reason why. Clark has reshaped the game, brought in massive viewership numbers, and forced the WNBA to reckon with its potential for growth. But Angel Reese, with her endless drama, is dragging the league down just as it's starting to gain traction. LeBron wrapped it up with one final blow: stop playing the victim. Reese has been constantly spinning the narrative to make it seem like she's the one being treated unfairly. But at the end of the day, it's not about her. It's about the game. It's about the WNBA. LeBron called her out for wasting her talent on drama instead of focusing on improving her game and pushing the league forward. At SportPulse, we can't ignore the truth here. WNBA is at a crossroads, and players like Caitlin Clark are bringing in new fans and new energy to the game. If the league continues to be overshadowed by petty feuds and off-court antics, it risks losing that momentum. LeBron's message to Angel Reese wasn't just a personal call-out, it was a wake-up call for the entire league. WNBA has a chance to grow, finally break into the mainstream, and to get the respect it deserves. That's not going to happen if players like Reese keep prioritizing drama over basketball. So, where does the WNBA go from here? It's time for Angel Reese to step up, focus on the game, and stop letting personal rivalries cloud her potential. The future of women's basketball depends on it.